Hello, guys, and welcome to this week's episode of the Limitless Landscapers podcast. I'm Paula, your host, and today I'm talking about choosing the hard path over the easier option. Could be an unpopular opinion, I'm not sure, but if you want to find out more, let's go to the show.
As the co-founders of the Landscaper Circle, we help you get more money, time and freedom to become limitless. Through our experiences as fellow landscapers and our tried and tested methods, if you want help with your marketing, managing or growing your business, you've definitely come to the right place. If you're a landscaper, garden designer or supplier to the industry, then hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now, let's get back to the show.
Hello, lovely people. Welcome to a new episode of the Limitless Landscapers podcast. How are you guys? How's business? What's been going on? Drop me a DM over at the Limitless Landscapers podcast on Insta if you can, or at the Landscapers Coach. Love to hear from you. And if there's any topics you want me to cover, of course, that I'm not already covering. So today I'm talking about choosing your hard. Now, on Monday, I posted a motivational Monday post all about this. And I wanted to elaborate a bit because I'm going to share some personal stories that have happened over the last few days that will just bring this a little bit into context, and also the benefits of choosing hard, really. It might be an unpopular opinion. I was Googling actually about choose your hard and opinions on this, and one immediately came up saying, stop saying this because life is hard. The main thing I think is everything in life is down to choices. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be sad. You can choose to see the positives and abundance in life that's all around us. There's evidence everywhere. Or you can choose to see the lack and live in a life of lack. You can choose to work on yourself. You can choose to work in your business. You can choose to take the easy path and have a fun life, an enjoyable but easy life. Or you can choose the hard path and maybe have a more fulfilling life. Who knows? Again, it's all down to choices. This is the main thing I'm trying to get across. You choose whether you are living your best life or not. And we live in such a culture where people blame everything else apart from themselves, when actually everything is down to choices. Last week, at the end of last week, going into the weekend, we had some politics at girls' football. So both my young children go to football training. They're both part of football teams. They absolutely love it, which is great for me. I love football. If you know anything about me, I'm a mad Saints fan down on the South Coast. And so this is great. However, what I didn't expect is for an under-9s girls team to have so much politics involved, to the point where we had a parent meeting. And being that I believe I should speak my truth, I did. Not many people did. And I said my piece and I made my feelings quite clear. And essentially, after I got very angry off of the parent call and directly with the coach, or if you want to call her, she's a coach and she owns the football club. She runs it fully. I basically pulled Ava out of the team. Now, I then woke up on the Saturday morning thinking, oh shit, she got a football team to play in anymore. The hell am I going to do? And the benefits is Ava's a very good player, so they want her in the team. But it meant that I had to backtrack a little bit. Now, I didn't go back on everything I said. I actually started off my groveling message with, I stand by everything I said. However, for Ava's benefit, she needs to play football. She wants to play football and she loves the coach that is currently coaching her. And of course, they said, we're glad she doesn't want to leave. She's a great player. She's got great potential. But it made me realize that sometimes you can make rash decisions that you then need to get your big girl's pants on and go back on and go and speak to that person. And why I'm telling you this is because I actually, in the old me, the one that hasn't done all the work on myself and done a lot of self-development, I literally would have just, through sheer stubbornness, not messaged and just left it at that, left the football team, Ava would have been upset because her friends are there. And I would have just gone, tough, no, not going back, not saying that. It's too embarrassing. I'm stubborn. I'm right. They're wrong. Now, fortunately, because of the work I've done on myself, I managed to suck it up, put my big girl pants on, and basically go back and say, although I stand by everything, I might have been hasty in saying we're out, because actually, Ava, in her best interests, it's not for her to come out of the football team. It's for her to be part of that. And that was really hard, because it was a hard path to walk, because I don't really like having to do that. It's probably not on anyone's agenda to have to go back and not apologize, because there was nothing to apologize for, but to go back on a decision you've made. But actually, it made me think that how many times in life do we let our stubborn self get in the way of opportunities, prevent us from having good relationships with people? Maybe you've fallen out with family members and you're just too stubborn to go, do you know what? What's done is done. The past is the past. Let's move on. Let's move forward. Now, I'm not suggesting you make up with everyone you've got a feud with, because some people are better left out your life. But that was a hard path. And I was thinking about this concept of choosing your hard. It's the harder, less traveled path. Now, something else I've been quietly working on in the background is a very hard path. In fact, it takes a lot of willpower, a lot of courage. You've got to be really strong. And that is, I've decided to stop drinking. Now, I wasn't an alcoholic. There was no big reason why I gave up. I just decided that it wasn't serving me. And I have bigger goals. I want to be a bodybuilder. Drinking is not conducive to that, to be a success. So I just decided 9 months and 8 days ago, as I'm recording this, that I would go sober. And it's been a really hard path, because unfortunately, the society around us today is, if you do not drink, there's a problem. You have a problem, or you did have a problem. You must have been an alcoholic, or what is the hell is wrong with you? Why don't you want to drink? Because it's been ingrained into us that this is normal. So to do what's considered not normal is very challenging. Not only because sometimes I will look at it and think, oh, I'll just have a drink. Then I think, what's the point? It's a short-term gain for, not even gain, it's a short-term pleasure for what? Nothing. It's been really interesting going on this journey, because actually I am choosing the harder path. The things that come up when you stop drinking is not just about the not drinking, it's also about what people think about it. So I've had to talk to friends and family, and they don't get it. And they're like, oh, but why can't you drink? Why don't you just have one? Very much a lot of peer pressure. And it's only when I've stood by my guns, I'm like, no, not happening. Like, whatever you say cannot make me start drinking. They accept it, and they go through a period of acceptance, and then they get on with life, that because what I do does not impact them. Same as I'm not on a mission to stop everyone drinking. I'm just saying that this is a very interesting path I'm traveling at the moment that feels very hard. It all links back to this hard thing, because in being sober, I can't mask anything anymore. You have a much more clear mind. You have a clarity of thinking that you don't get when you're drinking. And you also have to face up to feelings that perhaps, if you are feeling them, you would reach for a glass of wine to decompress. You would go out for a beer. It also makes you have to look at your socialization skills, because so many of us feel that we need to have a drink to boost our confidence and become that person that's the life and soul of the party. Whereas without the drink, I still want to have a good time, and I have to socialize, and it's a very new thing. So it's stepping hugely outside my comfort zone, but it is, on the benefits outweigh any kind of positives around drinking. I don't see any positives around drinking. So now that I haven't been drinking for so long. So I just see the positives in that it's the clarity of mind. I get to continue to work on myself, because I'm no longer masking any feelings that I was afraid to face up to. I'm not masking anything in any way. I'm just being my true, authentic self all of the time. And it's hard, but it's fun as well. It's really fun learning who you are again without anything distorting it. And like I say, I wasn't a huge drinker, but I didn't like the person I became when I did drink. So therefore, I made the decision and made the choice to move away from that, to change things in my life. And it wasn't the easiest path. The easiest path would be continue to drink, carry on with my life, and that's it. However, I chose the hard path, which is to stand up and say, I'm not doing what everyone thinks I should be, and I'm doing something out of the norm. And it's really interesting because we can look at all different circumstances of what is considered hard. Regret is hard, discipline is hard. Which one would you choose? Being a people pleaser and pleasing everyone around you is hard, or going after what you want, what you love, what you're passionate is hard. Being indecisive is hard, or you could choose to trust yourself, but that is also hard. Suffering is hard, but asking for help is hard. Dealing with being unhappy in your body, your weight, you might be ill, is hard. But so is choosing a healthy lifestyle and doing something about it. So you've got to choose your hard. And out there's so many decisions and so many choices we can make. We can choose to communicate with people. I have this all the time. We don't want to have difficult conversations with employees. We don't want to have that difficult conversation with our partner. However, if you choose not to communicate, that is also hard because you're not dealing with the issues that you should be dealing with in order to move forward and have a more successful life. It's really important that you think about this in terms of your business as well. So what are you thinking about now as I'm saying all this? What is your hard? Are you scared, or you find it hard to pick up the phone and close a sale? Do you find it hard to do all the marketing that's required? Do you find it hard to schedule time off the tools because you feel like you should be on the tools all the time, otherwise it's considered not working? Now, that could be your hard, but it's all about choosing your hard and making choices for you to live your best life. And it all comes down to choices. As I said at the very beginning of this podcast, choices are key. You can choose to wake up in the morning and be full of the joys of spring, or you can choose to wake up in the morning and think everything is shit. You feel depressed, nothing is going well, and nothing in life will go well. These are just choices. It's just a method of controlling your mind. If we can control our minds, we can control our life. Our minds dictate a lot of our life. It dictates how we see the world. It dictates how we show up in the world. It dictates what actions we take in our everyday life. So if you can control your mind, you're halfway there. It's about making the right choice for you, and not everyone's choice is the same, but choosing your hard, stepping outside of your comfort zone, because the only time you grow is on the other side of that comfort zone. You can choose to live a comfortable life, or you can choose to live an exceptional and extraordinary life. Again, the choice is yours. So that's it for this week. It's all about choosing your hard, making choices. Choices is the key word for this podcast today. If you need some help, please get in touch. Just drop me an email or DM me on Instagram at The Landscapers Coach. I'm here to help landscapers build and grow their businesses. I'm here to support you guys as you are on your journeys in business. That's what I love to do. So if you need any help, give me a shout. Otherwise, I will see you on next week's episode of the Limitless Landscapers Podcast. Bye, guys.